Comfortable and stable with explosive energy return, this is the Tennis Warehouse shoe review of the Wilson Rush Tour 5. The Wilson Rush Tour 5 is Wilson's premium performance shoe, designed to deliver stability and a high level of comfort while keeping you agile on the court. The Gamma Weave mesh upper is light and breathable, while the ceramic 5D provides drag protection around the toes and medial side. The EndoFit support system hugs the foot and locks you in, while the dual-axis speed carbon chassis gives you exceptional lateral control. Plush comfort comes from the Superfoam midsole, combined with the supercritical molded EVA sock liner. With a 4D flex carbon plate, these shoes give you that extra pop in your step, while the Duralast outsole maximizes traction and is backed by a 6-month outsole durability guarantee.
I was very impressed with this Rush Tour 5. Right out of the box, I did feel like they felt a bit stiff, probably due to that carbon fiber plate. But after about an hour or two, the shoes really broke in for me. And then once I got it on court and the shoes were broken in, I was really liking the performance aspect of these shoes. I felt like the side-to-side stability was really great. I felt very confident in my movement when chasing down shots from sideline to sideline. When moving forward and back, I did notice there was a slight issue for me where I was getting just a bit of slippage in the forefoot area, so I was noticing just some slight rubbing, but not a really big deal there. Other than that, I thought the ventilation was really good. With the traction, I thought it was a little bit stickier than I would have liked, but there was a bit of give to it as well, so I was still able to slide out of my shots a little bit. As for the weight, these shoes do feel a little bit more substantial, but they weren't clunky, so the weight didn't bother me at all throughout the play test. So all in all, really impressed with this shoe from Wilson, and I think it's a great high-performance tennis shoe.
When I play tested the Wilson Rush Pro 4.5, I really enjoyed the comfortable ride of that shoe, and I hoped I'd get the same in this Rush Tour, and I'm pleased to say that I did. It was the highlight of the test for me is the cushioning. It feels so plush under my heels. I've had some heel pain in the past, and it's good to say that it's gone while I've been play testing this shoe, and I think part of that reason is the really supportive carbon fiber shank in the shoe and the super plush heel cushioning's really taken the sting out of those tough landings on the hard court for me. One thing I have been struggling a little bit with is the durability of the shoe. I've worn it completely down, almost to the midsole, after about 15 hours under the big toe on my right foot. And that's my high drag, area drag there on my serve and the close stance forehands. And so I'm used to seeing some wear there, but not quite as much as I'd expect out of a durability shoe like this in just 15 hours. Traction though was superb. Thought I had a nice blend of grip and give. Broke in really quickly too, a little sticky maybe on the first couple of wears. And then I got a really nice blend of that give so I could pivot, move easily, change directions, and take the small adjustment steps needed without feeling like I was getting hung up on the court. The up flex really nicely, was super comfortable around my feet, no poking, pinching, or rubbing of any kind. So overall, really enjoyable play test for me.
I was really excited from the very first time I got to look at these shoes. We don't very often talk about the aesthetics of our shoes out here in our reviews, but I really like the look of this one. It very much reminds me of a basketball shoe, something you'll see the players on TV in the NBA wearing. Just a nice looking shoe. But besides that, the weight of the shoe kind of in that middle weight range. As soon as I put the shoe on, I noticed, like Chris, that underfoot cushioning. It's got a super foam in the midsole, and then the insole that they use in this shoe is also really plush and padded. So I really love that aspect. Comfort was great. The upper hugs your foot, and it also rises maybe just a little higher than your typical low cut tennis shoe. So I felt like I was locked in really well, especially using that last eyelet. In terms of stability, it was really good. Lateral movements, I felt well supported. I will say maybe after like the third week of wear, the upper material, this Gamma Weave, it did soften up a little bit. Maybe had a little bit of movement inside the shoe, but other than that, I actually thought this shoe felt pretty speedy. And the first time I wore it on court, I felt like there was really no break-in. Felt like it flexed well and moved faster than the weight would indicate. So all in all, one of my favorite shoes on the market right now, probably second to the New Balance CT Rally, and I really like it, and it has the 6-month guarantee.
I was quite excited to be on the new Rush Tour playtest, especially when I found out that Wilson was coming out with their new flagship. I'm going to start off by talking about the things that didn't really work for me because there's just very little things. One was this heel slippage when I first put it on. There was a little bit of heel slippage in the few first sessions, but I used the extra eyelets and then I was fine after that. Second is the durability. I have tested a few shoes out there that are backed up with a 6-month outsole durability guarantee, and I have yet to see a little bit of wear on them. Whilst on my pair of the Rush Tour, I'm already seeing a decent amount of smoothing, especially in my toe area. I'm not a big shoe dragger, so that was somewhat worrying. Moving on to the things that I love about these shoes though, the breathability. I've played with this outside a few times and I could actually feel the breeze hitting my toes, so love that. It's super stable as well. Somewhat stiff, but not uncomfortable. There's still a decent amount of cushioning at the forefoot and at the heel, so I was never uncomfortable, but I can definitely tell I'm barely moving inside the shoe. It's moving with me, and I really like that. Overall, just a super solid shoe. I really like it, and I would put this in my top 3, even the top 2. So if you're looking for a shoe that's got that comfort, that's got that stability, and it's just super breathable and just cool looking, definitely check out the Rush Tours.
We just wrapped up our extensive play test of the new Wilson Rush Tour 5. For more information on these shoes or anything tennis related, be sure to head to Tennis Warehouse, Tennis Warehouse Europe, or Tennis Only.